Welcome to the third season of ThuN00b, everyone. Even though this is just a web series, and I don't even upload these on a schedule, which renders the label of season pretty useless. Welcome, everyone! I know you've been waiting for it.
You know what I love? Mario. Sadly, he doesn't always love me, but whatever. God love Mario. So I decided to do yet another Glitches and Easter Eggs video. A few years back for Christmas, I made a video where I showed off several glitches and Easter eggs from various Mario games. So why not do it again? Originally, I had planned on covering a whole bunch of games, probably talk about some of the many glitches and Easter eggs in the Mario Kart series. But there's so friggin' much to cover. I mean, there are quite a few Mario games, it's actually pretty overwhelming. So I'm only going to be talking about 5 games, but it's still more than enough to fill out an entire episode. But I'll probably do more of these in the future if people like them, so there's that.
There are plenty of other people on the internet that can tell you all about these glitches and Easter eggs, but I know you want to hear it from me, the guy who can barely get them to work half the time.
First game on our list is Super Mario Bros. In terms of Easter eggs, the only thing I really have is that if you approach a Hammer Bro and then wait for long enough, they actually start to walk towards you. I guess they just eventually get tired of waiting and figure, hey, Mario hasn't moved from that spot in like 2 minutes. Maybe he's paralyzed. What better time than to walk towards him and murder him? Cowards. One really cool glitch in this game is jumping over the flagpole. Wait here until this Koopa walks into that pit on the left. Jump up through the top of the screen just as it's about to die, and it'll get knocked into its shell. Then just wait for it to come out of its shell, and then follow it to the end of the level. Look at him, walking around underground like he owns the place. Make sure you grab a mushroom before the end of the level, by the way. And then once you're there, jump off the stairs and jump off the Koopa from the top of the screen, launching yourself higher than you're normally supposed to be, and sending you flying over the flagpole into the great unknown. As you can probably see, the video didn't exactly match up with what I was saying, since I couldn't actually do it. I mean, jumping on that first Koopa alone took long enough, so I kinda just got bored and moved on. But I figured I'd throw the instructions in here at least. So, you're welcome.
I'm not lazy, okay? I can do it. I just thought that... Next glitch. Alright, we're moving on to the next one. It's way cooler than that last stupid flagpole one, okay? I promise you.
You can double jump in this game. Just collect a power-up in the air and then press the jump button during the animation, and you'll jump a second time.
I'm sorry I lied. That wasn't that cool.
And also, since we're in World 1-1 anyway, go to this part of the level and wait here for the Goombas to appear. As soon as the Goomba is about to commit suicide, run and jump to the left. You'll go slightly off the top of the screen, and if timed right, with the Goomba falling down the hole, you should get hit by it. And if you're small Mario at the time, you'll die. You're welcome.
And hey, while we're sitting here talking about useful glitches, there's a glitch that gets you stuck inside of a wall at the end of water levels.
Just reach the end of the level as Large Mario. There's a 1-block-sized space above the pipe. Crouch and swim into it. Mario will then walk backwards and get completely stuck into the wall. And you can't do anything. You'll just have to wait for the time to run out.
Like I said, incredibly useful.
Alright, real quick, before moving on to the next game, I was originally going to show off some stuff from the Japanese version of Super Mario Bros., but I can't. Apparently the Minus World is completely different in the Famicom version, but apparently only in the Disk System version, and I have the cartridge. There are a few other cool little glitches in the Japanese version that I wanted to do, but it requires a second game that I don't have yet, and so, yeah, you're just gonna have to wait and see if I do a third one of these.
Or I guess you could just look it up on YouTube. You could literally just put in Mario Famicom Minus World, or any combination of those 4 words, and you'd probably find all of the videos you'd need. But I know you're not gonna, because you're gonna want to watch me do it, so that I can talk about it for 20 seconds and then move on to the next thing. Speaking of which...
Next up is Mario World. I don't actually have any glitches prepared, but I do have a few things to talk about that are interesting about the Japanese version. Hopefully those count as Easter eggs.
See, originally, that was going to be a cool segue. I was going to be talking about the Famicom version of Super Mario Bros., and I'd segue right into the Japanese version of Super Mario World. It was going to be clever and stuff. It didn't really pan out. It didn't... yeah. Oh well.
In the Japanese version, Yoshi can eat the dolphins found in 1 or 2 of the levels, but weirdly enough, in the North American version, you're unable to. This was probably changed to make this part a lot easier, since being able to accidentally eat these things would make this level very annoying. To replay castles that you've already beaten, you press L and R simultaneously. This works for both the North American and European versions of the game, but not in the original Japanese version. As far as I know, you can't replay these levels once you've beaten them. The mailbox at Yoshi's house, I use quotes because, house? Really? But yeah, the mailbox at Yoshi's house has a symbol for the Japanese postal service on it. So that's kind of neat.
And before moving on, I actually do have 2 regular Easter eggs to show off.
First off, if you get access to and beat all of the secret levels in the game, which are very hard by the way, then the entire game changes to an autumn setting. The leaves turn orange, and a lot of the enemies turn into these weird Halloween-y enemies. I don't know. And lastly, if you read the manual for the game, you'll see that the mountain with the yellow switch on top is actually called Kappa Mountain. And look, this part of the mountain resembles a kappa's head. For those of you who don't know what a kappa is a creature from Japanese folklore. They're short reptilian creatures with beaks and a wet spot on the top of their head that's sometimes covered by a metal cap. They're said to live in rivers and ponds and love to play innocent pranks on people, such as farting loudly, looking up women's skirts, kidnapping children, and sexually molesting. Wait, what? Oh, God. Japan, you're screwed up, man.
That suddenly makes me look at Animal Crossing in a completely new way.
No, don't get on the boat, little boy. Don't get on the boat. No. Oh, God, he got on the boat. Oh, God, no. All that awaits you now is whoopee cushions and things I don't want to talk about. You know what? I don't want to hit the yellow switch anymore. I think I'm good. Okay, moving on to Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. I love this title screen. Seriously, I really love this entire game. Anyone who hasn't played it before, do so. It's really friggin' fun. Awesome level design, perfect control, it's colorful, and the music is...
Focus! This isn't a review for Yoshi's Island. This is a glitches and Easter eggs video. Get back on track!
Alright, I really only have one single Easter egg for this game. This part of the background in World 4-1 vaguely resembles the torso of a naked lady. Look at it. Alright, next up is glitches. And a few of these glitches are actually pretty involved, so make sure to buckle in and pay attention, damn it! And with that said, we'll start off with a simple one. When a fuzzy touches you and you get high, quickly go back to the title screen just as it starts to go pixelated. If you've timed it just right, then the map screen will now be pixelated, but it'll go back to normal once you've picked a level. And you might as well make that level 2-7, since that's where the next glitch is.
Nice, awesome, great segue. Woo, yes. Oh, right, the glitch.
In World 2-7, Lakitu's Wall, eat one of the fat shy guys and then turn them into a giant egg. Keep that egg with you throughout the entire level until you reach this part next to the car morph bubble. Hit the message block with the giant egg and the game will suddenly start flipping out. The box will turn black and start blinking and the graphics will go crazy and oh my god, the stars! The stars have fallen down to Earth! They overlap all of the graphics on the screen, so that must be what's happening. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. Not only is the sky literally falling, but stars are basically just giant balls of plasma, and the nearest star to our planet, the sun, has a surface temperature of 5,778 degrees Kelvin, and is about 1,400,000 kilometers in diameter.
So yeah, I think it would probably be pretty bad. It'd probably be pretty bad. I'd probably get pretty hurt, pretty burnt, if all those stars were just laying around the surface of the Earth. Correct me if I'm wrong, people.
So yeah. Yoshi turns completely invisible, as do all of the enemies, power-ups, coins, basically everything but the environment and the molten stars all around you. But you can actually still keep playing the game. It's pretty friggin' difficult, but if you can manage to get all the way through the rest of the level, you'll be rewarded with the game freezing on you. Next, I have 2 different spots where you can glitch yourself back to level 1. The first is in level 2-4. At this warp pipe at the end of section 2, wait for one of the ghosts to walk over it. Just as it reaches it, jump down and enter the pipe at the same time. You'll enter it, but you'll be slightly higher up than you're supposed to be. This will for some reason warp you to a random patch of sky. If you fall here, you'll die, so flutter jump over to the right. Once you're far enough, you'll end up in this part of World 1-1. There's also a 1-1 warp trick in 4-7. Get to this point in the level and then throw an egg above you. It'll drop a hidden spring. Jump on it to reach a second spring, and when jumping off of this one, just hold left. I guess it's all about touching this one part of the wall as you go off the screen. And if done right, you'll be teleported to the same place as last time. This warp is actually pretty insanely easy to pull off as long as you know where the hidden spring is. And also, I believe this trick can also be used to skip certain levels, since if you warp back to 1-1 and then beat it, the game will think that you've beaten 2-4 and 4-7. So it could be pretty useful, I guess. Also, there are similar 1-1 warp glitches in a couple of other levels, but I couldn't get them to work. Oh, but one cool thing I did notice is that if you bring these weird little guys back to you to World 1-1, their sprites get messed up and they look pretty weird. I guess they're just not supposed to be here, so the game doesn't really know what sprites to load or something. Alright, next. In World 1-1, this piranha plant can actually eat you and then spits you out into this wall. You'll then clip through it and slide out the other side. Not much more to it than that. Next glitch.
Hey kids, have you ever felt like eating and digesting a small child? Don't answer that. I know we all have.
Well, do I have a glitch for you. If Baby Mario's incessant crying is driving you crazy, there's actually a way to kill him. Go to World 5-5 Goonie Rides and get to this area with the helicopter power-up. Hit a Goonie, which I guess are what these seagulls are called, and wait until the counter reaches 0. Just as these toadies are taking Baby Mario away, quickly hit Baby Mario with your tongue and then touch the helicopter bubble. Once you finish transforming, the toadies will once again try to take Baby Mario away, since they're still on the screen. Just after they pop Baby Mario's bubble, pause the game and then use a star item. Then just wait until your transformation ends and Baby Mario will be frozen on the ground. And now you can enjoy a nice relaxing brunch of Mario.
You can even turn him into an egg, which is really weird to be completely honest, because, I mean, just look at that egg. You know that that egg contains the greatest hero that the Mushroom Kingdom has ever known.
Bye, Baby Mario, see ya. You didn't see anything. Alright, last glitch.
If you're somebody who's easily frightened, then you might want to skip over this part, because we're talking zombies.
Go to King Bowser's castle and go through door number 1. Once you reach this area with the switch, jump over it and then into the lava. Yoshi will instantly die, but the animation of him jumping out of the lava burning will play. If done correctly, Yoshi will jump out of the lava and land on the switch, and then he'll be fine, even though he was supposed to die.
Thus, zombie. Am I the only one who's terrified right now?
And also, if you do this glitch when you don't have any lives left, you'll get 999 lives. So now you're an immortal zombie, which is different than a regular zombie somehow. Next game. Next up, Mario Galaxy. Alright, so first off, I'm not really sure if this is an Easter egg or just a cool trick, but starting on a Cosmic Mario race, you can get this big speed boost at the start. Hold forward, and then when the counter reaches 2, hold Z to duck down. Then hit the A button just as the race starts. If you do this right, you'll glow yellow and you'll boost up ahead. Alright, so here's an actual Easter egg. Go to the Toy Time Galaxy, get to this point in the level, and then jump down to this little platform here. Now if you go into first person mode here, you'll see this little toy train hidden away. You can also stand over here and the camera will pan down to reveal it. No idea why it's here, but I guess that's Easter eggs for you. Next one is in the Rolling Gizmo Galaxy. Start going through the level without the ball and you'll reach this bridge. Normally you would just knock it over and cross it, but as regular Mario, jump on top of it and then peer over the edge to see a bunch of star bits in the shape of a rupee from Zelda.
And here's the last Easter egg I have to show in Mario Galaxy today. It's pretty amazing, so feast your eyes.
Collect 9,999 star bits and all the coconuts in the game will turn into watermelons. I hope this, 16 seconds of footage was worth gathering all those damn star bits. Damn it, what a waste of time! 9,999.
Christ! Sorry, I'm good. Let's move on. Glitch time.
Not much of a glitch, but if you stand in front of Luigi when he's in this cage and then jump up and down, you can make him say Mario a lot. It's so funny to torture Luigi. In the Sea Slide Galaxy during the mission Faster Than a Speeding Penguin, grab the red shell, and then approach a green Koopa. You'll find that it actually won't hurt you for some reason. Oh, but if you drop the shell, it will. He'll hurt you in a heartbeat. So he's just a racist. Yeah, see you later, you racist bastard. Using an easy little exploit, you can actually climb steep slopes. Jump backwards into the slope, and then just before hitting the slope, press in the direction that you're facing so that you can jump and then spin in the air. Then hold back and rinse and repeat. It's actually kind of hard to explain, I apologize, and it's actually kind of annoying to do now that I'm actually doing it, but once you get it, it's actually pretty easy to understand. One of the cool places to use this exploit is in the Freeze Flame Galaxy. Hot and cold collide. Do a triple jump here and then spin here to get on top of this ledge. Then just do the exploit. You should be able to reach the top and then you'll be out of bounds. Not much to do when you're out of bounds, but it's pretty cool. You can clip through the ground, and it's also only textured on one side, so in certain spots the camera goes all crazy and it looks like you're just walking around in space. Gravity also tends to get screwed up in certain places. There's also a bunch of invisible freezing water that will kill you, so watch out for that, I guess.
Oh, but you can't watch out for it, 'cause it's invisible. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm being so sarcastic and aggressive in this episode.
I guess I'm just a little agitated. This glitch was actually pretty hard and annoying to pull off. I was here for a good 50 minutes before I finally got out of bounds. Not sure if that's a testament to how hard this is or just how much I suck. Well, actually, hey, I actually have an answer for that. It's that I suck. Because I have proof. I suck so bad that I literally spent an hour trying to get this next glitch to work. And then when I finally got it to work, I forgot to record it. So I have footage here of the aftermath of the glitch, but not of the actual moment of execution. Great. The glitch was to long jump from one of these toad ships to another, and if done right, you'd smack your head off of one of them and it would send you flying into the other one. I don't have the actual moment recorded, but I don't know, I do have this. Me in the ship. So yeah, I'm in the ship. That's mildly cool. But hey, there's actually another toad ship you can enter, and this one's way easier to pull off.
And I was actually recording this time. I was, right?
Okay, yes I was, thank freaking God. Okay, so in the deep dark galaxy, go to the first star and then jump into the cannon. Aim as far to the left as you can, aiming for this specific part of the umbrella. When you fire out of it, Mario should end up clipped into the chair. Crouch down through the chair and you'll glitch through the ground and out of bounds. Now swim over to the toad ship sitting on the beach, and then jump and spin up through the ground and into the ship. And there! I did it! I'm so talented! And while we're here, there's actually a few other cool things in this level. While we're out of bounds, you can actually swim over and under this gate, and then just keep swimming in that direction and you'll eventually fall down. Now be careful not to die here and try to land in one of the invisible bodies of water. From here, we can do a couple of things. We can go to areas that we're not supposed to yet, basically just use this as a shortcut, or we can look at these giant killer eels, which, may I say, are far less scary when you see them like this. He has no butt. You can also shoot yourself out of the cannon and land here, and you can just roll in place on this ledge. And lastly, shoot yourself to this planet. One of the tiny houses on it will have an open door. If you crouch down and walk into it just right, you can actually go inside. It's sort of invisible on the inside. You can see right through the walls, part of the roof, and oh god, giant Goomba! Alright, next. Go to the first big boss level. Right from the beginning of the stage, do a triple jump onto the glass cage with the warp star in it. And at the height of your jump, do a spin. If done correctly, you should suddenly get pulled towards the planet with Mega Leg on it. Except that he's now frozen in time since you didn't trigger the cutscene at the beginning of the boss battle. You can just walk all over him, around him, do whatever. And when you get bored and you want to actually beat the level, just stand here and the cutscene will start. Hey Megaleg, I think you've got something in your eye. Next, go to the Loop-de-Swoop Galaxy. We're going for a swim. In this level, you'd normally ride on top of a blooper, but using this glitch, you can actually swim normally. Stand facing away from this penguin and then do a backflip, spin, and stomp on his head. Make sure that you're holding up on the control stick, and you should end up landing on this giant gold ball. You may have to correct yourself by spinning a little bit, or letting up on the control stick for a moment, so that you don't under or overshoot it, but it's not too difficult. From here, you can long jump and spin into the water, and there you go. A nice, relaxing, and incredibly glitchy swim awaits you. Here's a part where you can easily go out of bounds in order to shortcut to the end of the level. Go to the Bubble Breeze Galaxy and reach the second big section. Backflip here and spin, and you'll land on an invisible wall. And there you go. The wall isn't even that easy to miss. It seems like quite the oversight compared to some of these other glitches I've done. This will be the last one for Mario Galaxy. Select the Silver Stars of Sea Slide mission in the Sea Slide Galaxy. From the island you start on, toss a shell at the crystal with the bee mushroom in it. and then turn the camera away just as the mushroom bounces on the ground twice. The player must then dive into the water and then swim back onto the island, still facing away from the island with the mushroom. Now, turn back towards the island and the bee mushroom should clip underwater. If you get the mushroom now, Mario or Luigi will be transformed into bee form, but they'll be underwater and they'll be able to swim around. There's not really much point to this, big surprise, but it's kinda neat to see Bee Mario underwater when usually touching water turns him back to normal. Oh, and also the air meter will be invisible, but trust me, it's still there. I learned that the painful way.
Okay, last game of the day. We're gonna end this off with Super Smash Bros., which admittedly isn't technically a Mario game, but whatever, I don't care.
Easter egg time. While selecting the Orbital Gate Assault level, have every player that's currently playing hold down either of the Z buttons. And as long as nobody is playing as a Star Fox character, a conversation between the Star Fox characters will play throughout the fight.
Man, these bugs are getting on my nerves.
Beacon attached.
Let's take out some asteroids while we close in on that missile. We can't risk hitting the warhead. Let's attack it from the side. Scared of a little challenge, Fox?
Apparently they don't really care if a fat man and a giant yellow ball with boxing gloves are jumping all over their spaceships during their important mission. Talk about unprofessional. The music that plays during Princess Peach's final smash is actually a remixed version of some of the music from Mario 3. The character Metal Face, who attacks you in the Guar Plains level, will actually say unique things if you're playing as the character Shulk.
Hey, Monado boy! Hope you don't think you can hurt me with that thing!
And speaking of unique things based on what character you're currently playing as different characters in special combinations will result in unique victory screens, such as having Palutena defeat Dark Pit or a regular Pit.
Little Patu.
Having Falco beating Fox,
You're off your game, Fox.
and Fox beating Falco.
Better luck next time, Falco.
And there's a few others, but I'm not going to go through them all. Next up, play as Pit in the Palutena's Temple stage. Have the other players play as whoever you want. Do a quick taunt as Pit, and a conversation will start between Pit, Palutena, and occasionally whoever this is. And they'll talk about your current opponent, and give you some extremely useful information.
Watch out for his sudden farts, and all farts in general. They're gross and dangerous.
This job is really the worst sometimes.
Every single character in the game has a completely unique conversation about them. And if Robin is your opponent, then whoever this guy is from Fire Emblem will show up.
I need to play more games.
This Easter egg is pretty much the same thing as the snake one from Brawl. Except now, instead of listening to a badass holding a conversation, you're listening to Pit. Could be worse. And hey, at least I can make him make a fool of himself.
Walk 'em, walk 'em, walk 'em, walk 'em, walk 'em.
Alright, glitch time. The final glitch time. This glitch is pretty simple, but pretty freaking cool. As Ness, play on the Woohoo Island stage. Stand in this very specific spot, and then grab and down throw your opponent. And BAM! Instantly dead. Why? Yeah, I don't know. With this glitch, you can make Rosalina's Luma grow huge. First off, make yourself large by using a mushroom. Then throw Luma away from yourself and then get eaten by a Yoshi. Have the Yoshi drop the egg off the side of the stage so that you die in it. And then when you respawn, Luma will still be giant-sized. Boom! Play as Wario in Palutena's temple and ride his motorcycle in this very specific area. Hop off his bike at the right moment and the bike will keep bumping from left to right, getting faster and faster until it looks like it's just standing still. And eventually it'll just glitch and clip into the ground. This is why you never drive a motorcycle under the influence, kids. This glitch also works in the Kirby level, by the way. Alright, this next one is pretty confusing, so pay attention. Play as Bowser Jr. on Battlefield. Get your percentage up to about 80%, and then drop and pick up one of your own Mecha Koopas. Then jump off the side of the stage and head towards the middle of it, and then use your up special. If timed right, your Mecha Koopa should blow up and send you flying down off the bottom of the screen. Now, make sure to hit the A button just a few frames before you die. This may take a few tries, but once you get it, you'll see that Bowser Jr. is really messed up. The animations for Bowser Jr. and his clown car seem to be completely out of sync, and because of this, he just acts weird. It's better if I just show you, I mean, just look at this. It's pretty cool. By going into the Mushroom Kingdom stage in training mode, you can do some pretty neat things with Nabbit. Grab Nabbit and then throw him down, and just as you are, pause the game. Nabbit will then become stuck to your foot. I like to think of it as a fashion statement. Walking down the aisle now is Zero Suit Samus, now styling the new Nabbit shoe. Simply brilliant, a bold new fashion statement if I ever saw one. And once Nabbit is on you, you can actually grab and do the same thing to your opponent. Now Samus is sporting a stylish Link, who seems really dead. It's creepy, actually. Another thing you can do is to grab all of the Dragoon or Daybreaker pieces. If you use Dragoon, you'll fly up really high.
And if you collect all the Daybreaker pieces, you can use it forever.
No one can stop me now! Watch out, Link! All I need are 3 little pieces and you... I deserve that. Here's some well-known glitches revolving around Mewtwo. I'm pretty sure that these glitches have since been patched out of the game, I'm not completely sure, and I didn't record them all.
What can I say? I was in a rush at this point.
If I'm wrong about that patch, then let me know. But in the meantime, here's the glitch for all of those who haven't seen it yet. So, all of the characters in the game have custom moves. You can go in and customize all of their movesets however you want. That is, all of the characters except for the ones purchased through DLC. That's right, Mewtwo. No custom moves for you. But with this glitch, it actually tricks the game into thinking that he does have custom moves, which he doesn't. Trust me, he doesn't, because this is what it looks like when he does.
Yeah, but I'm getting ahead of myself.
First, transfer a custom Mii fighter from the 3DS version of the game and then go to Smash and turn custom fighters on. Then select one of the Mii fighters. Then hit B and select Mewtwo. Click random and then start the match. Mewtwo will then be royally screwed up. I mean, he'll have his custom moves. These were totally meant to exist. These were totally meant to be used in the game. And so now I shall show you these moves and tell you what they are. Enjoy. Oh yeah, and you can make him look like this with Wario. This is a weird one.
Alright, now it's time for the obligatory glitch that's really cool, but I couldn't really get it to work as good as I hoped I could have because I either don't have the skill or patience. In this case, it's patience.
If you play as a character whose final smash is a transformation, like Giga Bowser for instance, and then use it just at the end of the match, just at the right time, then your character, in their final smash form, will appear at the results screen. This only works when you lose the match. Your character will be standing beside the computer-controlled character who won. I also think that this glitch only works in Team Smash, but honestly I'm not really sure. The timing on when to use your final smash is so super specific that it's nearly impossible. You have to activate your final smash so that you'll go into the results screen just as your character is changing forms. I managed to get this to work once with Wario and once with Lucario. I tried to do it with Bowser, but I just couldn't do it. I spent a good hour on this and I couldn't get the timing right. It's especially time consuming because you have to play through an entire match hoping that the Smash Ball shows up. Half the time it never does. And then whenever it does, about 98% of the time, I don't get the timing right. It's very, very time consuming. And the timing is also different for every character, so you literally have to try it over and over and over to get it just right.
I don't have all of the time in the world, but apparently I do have time to collect 9,999 star bits. I'm just sad.
Alright, let's finish this with, not really a glitch, but it's kinda neat, I guess. First, enter a match with 4 players. Have team match on and have 2 players playing as Lucario and someone else be on a team of 3. Position the Lucarios back to back and have them charge their neutral special. And now, using only a few simple household supplies, you can make your very own black hole. First ingredient is a lonely bastard on his own team of 1. The second ingredient is a massive supply of the hothead items. And the third ingredient is teamwork. Have the lonely loser player jump into the middle of these two Lucarios. And then have the player who's currently just standing around being useless start throwing hotheads into this mess. And as you can see, Wario is now trapped, and probably having the time of his life. And there you have it. Enjoy your new black hole as it swallows all of existence, everything you've ever known or cared about, gone in an instant into a swirling vortex of twisted destruction. It also seems to be beating the ever-loving crap out of this guy. So there's that too. Have fun, Wario.
And with that, we are done.
That episode was a mouthful. Probably won't do another one of these for a bit, but it was a nice change of pace.
But don't worry, next episode will be a regular review again. Which game will I be reviewing? I don't know. So it'll be a surprise for me too.